How's everybody doing today? So I'm not gonna lie, today has been a little bit of a rough one. But God has given me some words that I want to share with you guys in the midst of all that. And I posted a post the other day about, I think it was yesterday, about the difference between falling and bouncing back is what you're made of. And I want to elaborate on that a little bit. Do you guys remember the rubber band balls? When you were a kid, or maybe, they sell them at Walmart nowadays, I believe, but it's this ball just made of rubber bands looped around, and it turns into this ball. And it's come to me that my life feels a lot like that rubber band ball, and I'm willing to guess a lot of you can share in this thought, because I feel like there's been a bunch of scenarios and situations in my life that I've had a single event, and it has stretched me, almost broke me. And in some cases, I've been broken. We've all been broken. But we keep going through these situations where we keep getting stretched and pulled, and it's uncomfortable and it doesn't feel good. I'm in one right now, and it just doesn't really feel good. But in that stretching, we wrap it around the rest of the stuff, right? That we've been through. We wrap our stretched event around our ball of stretched events, and then we just go through another one. And if you guys are anything like me, I'm going to tell you right now, most of the last 10 solid years of my life has felt like one thing after another. The closer I've gotten to God, the more hits I've had to take. I've got a friend. She was telling me about this. We were just talking about it in a church event last week. She just feels like the closer she gets, the more the attacks keep coming. And I sympathize with that, because I think we all feel that way. But so we go back to our ball. We've got these events like a rubber band, kind of like this hair tie. It's a hair tie. I got daughters, so you're just gonna have to work with me. This event right here, and it stretches us and stretches us and stretches us. Now, if I pull this enough, it's gonna break. And I'm talking, we are maxed out in that event, just totally stretched beyond our means. But we get through it, and it goes back. And we take that and we wrap it around our little ball of events, right? So when that's all said and done, you got a ball of rubber bands that have been events in your life that have just stretched you beyond belief. So if you were to take that ball and I was to throw it in the air, and then I was to take a baseball and throw it in the air, what would happen? They'd both hit the ground, and one would bounce. Okay? The rubber band, with all the events that have stretched you and everything that you've gone through, and all the building in the pain that God is doing in your life, all of that momentum is going to get caught and absorbed by your strengths. Your strengths are found in that rubber band ball. Okay? So that ball hits the ground and it bounces back. Okay? It is all of those little bitty events stretching you that have created that ball that is able to bounce back. That baseball we threw in the air, though, I don't even know what's inside of a baseball. I don't know if a baseball goes through anything other than a few home runs, and then it starts to unravel its little threads, and that's it, and it's done. Have you seen the inside of a baseball? I haven't. I've never seen the inside of a baseball. And I'm sure there's been somebody that's cut one open, but I've never seen the inside of a baseball. You know why? Because the moment that the thread goes away on the baseball, it gets thrown out because it's trash. But a rubber band ball, you can keep using that all the way down to the core, because the rubber bands still stretch. You see what I'm saying here? You get where I'm going? That baseball is going to go up, it's going to hit the ground, it's going to do nothing because it's useless. It is useless. Because it hasn't been through, it has no core that's worth anything. It has no events in its life that has built it into this monstrous beast of endurance that can handle the crap that Satan throws at you in this world. I'm a little angry today, as you guys can't tell. I just really don't like Satan today. But anyways, that baseball, it's got nothing. It's got nothing. That's why the moment the threads break, it goes in the trash because it's useless. But then you got your rubber band ball that's built of all these stretchings and all these events and all this stuff and all this crap and all these attacks that Satan have thrown on you day after day after day after day. What you're going through right now. Because I'm going through it. I know you're going through it. If you're even still listening in this video, you're going through it because you know what? You know that you need God to speak to you. Well, here he is. I don't know who he is speaking to, but I know he's speaking through me right now. This video is for you. All those little vents, all those little things that have stretched you have made your core resistant to impact. Okay? The baseball couldn't handle the impact, but your core has something it's made of that allows it to bounce back from that impact of being thrown in the air. And you are no different in life, my friend. Life has thrown so much at you, it's giving you a core that has made you bounce back. Keep that in mind the next thing you're going through. Keep that in mind with the next moment that you're on the point of tears and you're like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Trust me, I know how it feels. I've been there. I've been there recently. I've been there today. Because we get to a point where we're just so tired. But then we remember that we have an awesome God to go to. And we call upon him. And he allows us to stretch. And he's there to help us. And he's there to build us up. And because of him and what he's instilled in us in those stretching events, we have a core that we can bounce back from all those hits that the devil wants to throw. So, I hope you guys followed that analogy. It sounds really good in my head. It might not always come out the same, but I'll work on it. Anyways, be thankful. Because all those stretching events, they've given you a core that have made you of something that can bounce back in this world. And I promise you, there's going to be more hits. There's going to be a lot more hits. There's going to be a lot more rubber bands. There's going to be a lot more impact. There's going to be a lot more things that are going to take place. Because the greater your calling is, the more that this world is going to try to crucify you. I love y'all. Love somebody. Say a prayer.